Countries, religions and walks of life closer together.
Though the attacks were on American soil, like so many others, Australians felt the pain of September 2001. Prime Minister Gillard joined US Ambassador Jeffrey Bleach and diplomats from more than 70 countries in Canberra today.
Lives lost on a day of terror and of courage. Not only on that dreadful day in New York and Washington and Pennsylvania, but in the long decades since, from Bali and Jakarta to London and Mumbai and beyond.
The largest of the commemorations was an interfaith service at Sydney St Mary's Cathedral.
We pledge ourselves to continue the interfaith dialogue, which is more common now than it was 10 years ago.
There is no cause that justifies this type of senseless, immoral and inhuman act that was committed on this day.
Today's service is about all of the victims of the attacks, but one group in particular was very hard hit: New York City's firefighters. As thousands evacuated the World Trade Center, firemen ran into the Twin Towers not knowing what, if anything, they could do. 343 died. Today, 2 young Australian firefighters, who were just schoolboys at the time, paid their tribute to the New York Fire Department. In full kit with breathing apparatus, Scott O'Brien and David Simmons ran up the stairs of Sydney Tower. They weren't asked to do it, it was their idea. And there's no doubt what the sacrifice of others meant to them.
We knew when we got to the top that we had friends and family and that waiting for us. We had a good support crew with us. Those guys never had any of that.
Yeah, I was 13 when the attacks occurred, and I actually got up in the middle of the night and saw the footage live on TV, and it's just played in my mind ever since, so it's definitely something we'll never forget.
US firefighter Mike Nickerson was on duty on September the 11th in New Hampshire, about 400 kilometres from New York.
It is a cliche to say, we're all brothers in the service, but, it was just a loss. We just couldn't fathom that many people lost.
A decade on, it's still difficult to fathom. Marcus Rubenstein, World News Australia.